Hi, this is Amanth. Now I am explaining about Node.js and what are the interview questions asked by teachers or other persons, HRs and any managers. Now first question is what is Node.js and how it is differ from Apache and PHP. Node.js is a JavaScript and a runtime built on a Chrome and a V8 engine and designed for building scalable network applications. Unlike Apache and PHP, Node.js uses as event drivers and a non-blocking input output model that makes it lightweight and efficient. Here Apache is a web browser and handles the HTTP requests, and PHP is a server-side technology and scripting language, and Node.js comes both aspects. Allows JavaScript to build server-side technologies and request and perform backend logic. We completed the first question, and the second question is what is the callback function in Node.js and why they are commonly used in asynchronous programming. Now we can explain about second question. Callback function is a Node.js is a function passed as an argument to another function to be invoked after completion of an asynchronous operation. They are commonly used in asynchronous programming to handle such as some tasks such as input-output operations and unblocking behavior and improving any security and performance by not waiting for operations like to complete before moving on to next task. It is useful for callback function. Here what is the project? Third question here explaining about what first listen the question what is the purpose of a package.json file in using a Node.js project. Here can explain any key properties found in this file. A package.json file is a manifest file about which stores the metadata about the project, like dependencies and scripts and versioning information. Now we can expect key properties include name of the project and version and current version of the project, and dependencies. As an dependency means an object listening to the project in dependencies. Scripts means commands that can be run by using npm. Npm is used for installing purpose and any version checking. It is useful for it. Start. Let's go with for another question. What is the difference between and require and import? When should we use it and why should we use it? Now we can know that by telling here request statements are is used to import import modules in Node.js files, and here import is when we use it in it is a part of ES6 and you to import modules by using more standardization management way. Let's go to our fifth question. What is the middleware in the context of Express.js? And you give an example of what would we use middleware in Express.js. Now we can know that. First we will know about the in Express.js in the what is the part of the middleware function is doing that in Express.js middleware function is useful for process request before they reach the router and the middleware can modify the code request and response and from the object and the end of the request response cycle and or call the next middleware function. Now we can know that tell about the example why you use middleware system in express.js. First we use import in express.js, like a constant express is equal to require express. It is the one of the importing system in express.js. After we create an instance of express.js for the project, like constant app is equal to express bracket, and we all of syntax comma. Let's go to middleware function. Here we can use the request and response, which connects to the like app dot use. It is the function. We name it as app dot use. In this we can have a request and response HTTP function logos. In here in the not only in request and response, and also gives next also object here for the middleware function. And after router also handler is very important for us to create and get method from the URL. After this step is a process. Last process is that app.listen. It is goes to the servlet to prompting that local host, and it is very useful for to start the process or the run the app. This is the reasons for middleware system used in express.js. Let's go to next question, fourth, maybe fifth. What is RESTful API and how can you create by using one in Node.js or Express.js, and explain the main HTTP methods used in RESTful APIs. Now see that RESTful API is a architecture for designing a network applications, and useful for standard HTTP methods. And now we take an example for RESTful APIs used in Express.js and Node.js. As well as we import Express, like before we use middleware function like that only, and we create an application for running and under middleware is so useful for it, and we get we have routers handlers like get and post request and put request also use it, and deleted request are the CRDS operations for that. Let's go to final one, and it is very important. Always the app.listen is the server is running in the which localhost port. We can know that by using this app.listen. It is the final. Now this is only the reason for the useful in RESTful APIs. Now we go to another question. What is the purpose of a node package manager? Why should we use it in a npm to manage dependencies, and explain how it is management dependencies in a program. Now check it out. What is the reasons for that? npm is a tool to manage dependencies, and also what dependencies and packages in the Node.js project. It manage developers to manage developers to install and delete, and any CRDs can operations like uninstall packages is common. VOS command line to manage dependencies like npm install or npm update. Here is the to manage the dependencies, and another one is the dependencies are listed in the package.json file, which is the npm. All dependencies and packages are installed in package.json file. This is a small context about npm. npm is also known as node package manager, and it manages the package and dependencies, so it is called npm. Another question, why it is important for hash passwords in projects like using Node.js and Express.js in any other projects. Let's talk it about. why we use hash functions in projects like projects like projects in Node.js and Express.js, because hash passwords is used to store the data of the user's personal, and it is very important for every project to store the data and secure the user's information. And hash passwords are converted the password into fixed string. It is which does not accessed by everyone, because it is a infinity text line, so we can't know the passwords from the database like we can see in Firebase database. Here we can see passwords are converted into another hash password, because we can see, but we can't understand the password. So we are the reasons for using this is because mainly for knowing any personal passwords to everyone. So it is useful for hash passwords for this is crucial for very web application. So using these are the questions and answers, very important for to interview point of view in building a Node.js and Express.js. So thank you for giving this opportunity. Have a nice day, and let's go to another in few days.